Hello my friends, this is Joseph from LuoVita. Today I'm going to talk about how to apply this one key habit for this long-term success and accomplishment. So developing these new habits is sometimes a challenging task, but it's possible. The key is to find the one habit that will help set you off this chain reaction to other positive behaviors. And this is a three-part process. You have the cue, the routine, and the reward. That's the best part. So the cue is what signals our brain to go into this automatic mode and let specific behaviors unfold. So the routine is what you actually do, and the reward is what makes you want the behavior in the future. That makes us happy, right? So let's go over each one. Focus on one thing first. If you want to change your habits, the key is to pick one habit and focus on it until it becomes natural part of your life, for example. Then choose the next one. So focusing on multiple habits at once is just something that will overwhelm us, and this leads to failure in some way, So for example, if you are a morning runner and have set this time to get out of the door, and the cue is your alarm going off in the morning. Your routine is running, and the reward is this positive feelings of experience afterwards, like confidence, energy, health. So the problems is that for most people who try to change their habit is that they fail to identify the cues or the routine in the first place. So when it's for example, if it's checking, for example, emails first in the morning or doing at the gym after works, you need to determine what triggers the bad habit. So you can make a plan then to stop doing it. So for example, if you decide to stop checking your emails in the morning, but find yourself still responding to emails all the time of the day, use this management technique, for example, or this time management technique to help you. So this will help you to put the most important tasks at the top of your agenda and allow you to focus at first in the morning, for example, without distraction. It will also give you this sense of accomplishment when you complete your goals for the day. So make it a priority. Whether it's experience before work or exercising or taking the time to meditate or going into bed on time, you need to make the habit a priority. That means it's not just a priority, but a tendency. If it's not for us the priority, we put it off sometimes, and we find ourselves putting on other things on this to-do list before you do this first most important thing. So this can create this endless cycle of never doing this important thing. I know that. I'm guilty of that. So which leads to this feeling of losing control sometimes. So habits are really this combination of routines and triggers. Routines are behaviors that feels like automatic, like brushing our teeth or taking a shower, or triggers on the other hand are activities that aren't automatic but have an effect on our behaviors. That means such eating healthy or cleaning around us. So turning a routine into a habit requires this self-discipline and effort. It takes time to develop, which is why it's important to determine what you want to accomplish and how you will achieve this. So it's also helpful to be flexible. So if you for example, if something unexperienced arises, you have a chance to continue as planned because you have this to-do list, you have your prioritizing. So prioritizing is also a good way to set goals and to achieve them. It will help you stop wanting or wasting time or unnecessary things, such as, like, for example, watching TV or socializing too much. So make it automatic. For example, if you're trying to break bad habits like smoking, overeating, or starting a new habit like meditation or exercise or learning another language, it's important to make it like automatic. And this is because it's more behavior that becomes part of our routine. It's easier, it's easier to go through this because people who have good habits don't ever need willpower, as we say, to resist temptation, because they simply do it And good habits are like an autopilot. So they make it easy for you to eat healthier, work productively, or get enough sleep, and spend, for example, time with friends. So they also make it difficult for you to sit on the couch or procrastinate, for example, on a project. So one of the biggest obstacles to forming this new habit is dealing with distractions. And we have them around us all the time. Just block them out. This could be like taking a trip, having guests, getting sick, or just being busy. And these events change our environment and can prevent this trigger from happening. For example, if you get a call, it will interrupt what you're doing, and this just breaks the flow. So it's important to find ways to deal with this disruption so that you can stick with your habit. And this could include, for example, creating a system, making a schedule, or using an app to track your process, or for example, just put your phone on silence. It's also helpful to get this positive feedback about your habits from other people sometimes. So, for example, if you are exercising regularly but you are not seeing results, you might try switching off to a different gym or applying other techniques. You might try changing your perspective by practicing mindfulness or gratitude. It should be normal, which will help you to appreciate the value of your hard work. And don't be afraid to fail. As long as you learn from your mistakes and keep trying, you are making progress. So that means we should be consistent. Because if we aren't consistent, it's really hard to achieve any result. Consistency is it means following through on your promises and efforts on regular basis. So it will allow us to build something that will last. And it also helps us to create this momentum, making it easier to keep going even when your motivation is low, or life gets really busy. And if we stay consistent, we start to see results. And I know it's overwhelming sometimes, but seeing this positive change will give us motivation to continue being consistent. So this is a cycle, And another way to increase consistency is really to set goals. We must have goals, whether it's being on time for work or improving our communication skills. Having specific goals will help us to track our progress and improve our consistency over time. It's also important to remember that being consistent isn't like a quick thing or fix or something. It takes time to build this habit, and it will take longer even to reach your goals. And so, the more consistent you are, the quicker you will reach them. So take a look at your routine and ask yourself how consistent you are with the things that are most important to you. If you're, for example, consistently skipping workouts, partying too much, or hanging out with some people who aren't really doing anything with their lives, so make a change. Be honest with yourself and don't let these excuses get in your way. The rewards of being consistent will really outweigh, the discomfort of changing your lifestyle. So the key is to find this scheduling and habits that work for you and stick with them as best as you can. So it's okay to wander with our thoughts and our actions from time to time, but if you keep correcting yourself and trying again, you will eventually achieve your goals, believe me. And don't forget to make it fun. As adults, we tend to view sometimes fun as a luxury or something that only kids should prioritize, for example. But pursuing fun is the best antidote, let's say it like this, to stresses and anxieties. And that can make us feel down sometimes. So one of the main reasons is that fun provides a sense of freedom. So it allows you to break free from internal and external pressures. And because this pressures, it causes us stress and depression sometimes. So it also creates positive memories, and builds confidence. So it's often a way to connect with others and deal also with anxiety. So another reason is that fun gives you a sense of accomplishment. It helps you push through difficult tasks or situations and makes you feel, for example, good about yourself or about other people. You may feel proud of yourself for learning a new skill or taking this risk to try something exciting, right? So finally, focus on fun. On fun will help you become more grateful for the blessings in your life. As your focus shifts to appreciate these little things, it will learn to be, and this teaches us to be more present and mindful. So this decreases our anxiety and we become happy over time. So it's challenging to start a new habit, I know, and especially when we don't believe it will provide value sometimes, and we don't see this yet, right? But that's why it's helpful to have this support system. For example, if you're trying to make some experience a habit or habits, ask someone, a friend or family member, to hold you accountable, and they can check with you and see your progress and remind you to complete the behavior and encourage you when you're struggling. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments, and stick to your goals, stick to this habit, and let me know. And also I invite you to subscribe to our newsletter in LuoVita.com, because once a week I'll send out these ideas, this strategy to get our ideas on track and to see opportunities. And this helped me to change life and see things otherwise. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let me know, and take care of yourself. Courage.